Why get certified? 1. Tired of facing the same old problems? If you've worked on a lot of projects, you know that you face the same problems, over and over again. It's time to learn some common solutions to those problems. There's a whole lot that project managers have learned over the years, and passing the PMP exam is your ticket to putting that wisdom into practice. Get ready to change the way you manage your projects forever. Introduction. Do these problems seem familiar? 2. Projects don't have to be this way. 4. Your problems, already solved. 5. What you need to be a good project manager. 6. Understand your company's big picture. 10. Your project has value. 11. Your project follows a life cycle. 12. Portfolios, programs, and projects have a lot in common. 14. Portfolios, programs, and projects all use charters. 15. What a project is. 19. And what a project is not. 19. A day in the life of a project manager. 21. How project managers run great projects. 23. Project management offices help you do a good job, every time. 24. Good leadership helps the team work together. 25. Project teams are made of people. 26. Operations management handles the processes that make your company tick. 28. A PMP certification is more than just passing a test. 32. Meet a real-life PMP certified project manager. 33. Exam questions. Introduction. Why get certified? Just you wait till I have my PMP. Introduction. Tired of facing the same old problems? If you've worked on a lot of projects, you know that you face the same problems, over and over again. It's time to learn some common solutions to those problems. There's a whole lot that project managers have learned over the years, and passing the PMP exam is your ticket to putting that wisdom into practice. Get ready to change the way you manage your projects forever. Same old, same old. Do the SE problems seem familiar? Kate's boss promised a delivery date that she couldn't possibly meet. The boss's delivery date. When the project will actually be done. Then, when the project was halfway done, the customer demanded a big change. How Kate's budget should have worked. Kate's plan had the project spending exactly what was budgeted. How the budget actually worked. Start. Finish. Halfway. $0. $14,760.53. Same old. Then, just as the project was about to be completed, someone noticed a couple typos, and 10,000 leaflets had to be reprinted. 2 simple typos, and now the project is over budget and dissatisfying to the customer. Then, when it was time to fix those typos, Kate realized that the printer was booked for another project. Give Kate enough time to plan for risks. And even though she knew there was a pretty good chance that someone else might need the printer, she didn't have time to come up with a backup plan. Now the project's going to be late and over budget, and they cut. Projects don't have to be this way. It may seem like all projects have these types of problems, but there are proven solutions to them. And someone else has already done a lot of the work for you. Realizing that all projects have common problems with solutions, a team of experts put together the PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide to pass those solutions on to you. The PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide was created by a team of experts, drawing on the collective wisdom of many project managers all around the world. The PMBOK generally recognized good practices for dealing with problems that happen on nearly every project. PMBOK Registered Trade No book contains all the knowledge of project management, because it's constantly changing. That's why this book is a guide. The PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide is a standard for what PMS need to know. It helps you avoid those familiar problems. Your problems, already solved. Every project eventually runs into the same kinds of issues. But a project manager with good training can spot them early, and quickly figure out the best solutions. The PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide will help you learn from past projects that have run into similar problems to avoid running into them again. Learn a common vocabulary for project management that is used by PMS around the world. Plan and execute your projects to avoid common pitfalls. Learn a common vocabulary for The PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide has great ideas on how to estimate your tasks and put them in the right sequence to get your projects done as quickly and efficiently as possible. It outlines techniques for planning and tracking your costs. It helps you learn how to plan for and protect against defects in your project. Core job duties. What you need to be a good project manager. The PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide is full of practical tools that can help you manage your projects better. But all of that doesn't mean much if you don't have the 3 core characteristics of a successful project manager. You've got to pay attention to all 3 if you want to make your project a success. This is what you'll need if you are going to take on the role of project manager. Knowledge. If you pay attention to what's going on in the field of project management, you can learn from everyone's successes and mistakes so that you can be better at your job. This means knowing a wide range of project management tools and techniques and how and when to use them. Performance. It's not enough to know what you need to do, you've got to deliver, too. This one is all about keeping your nose to the grindstone and doing good work. You and your team will have to work hard to deliver a successful project, too. Personal skills. Since you're managing people, you've got to pay attention to what motivates them and what makes things harder on them. Your job as a PM is to make personal connections with your team and help keep everybody on the right track. Are you comparing this book? As a PM, you've got to lead your team through the project lifecycle, so you need to be skilled at managing people if you are going to be successful, even if they don't report to you directly. Are you comparing this book side by side with the PMBOK Registered Trademark Guide? If you are, then you won't see these things in its first chapter. We've carefully optimized the material in this book to make it as easy to learn as possible. That means sometimes we tackle things in a different order than the PMBOK Registered Trademark. Expect to see some repetition and even some additional background material to help you learn that you won't find in the PMBOK Registered Trademark. It's all done to get the material into your brain faster. Introduction to the PMP exam. Not paying attention to these characteristics is sure to give your project problems. Which of the characteristics of a successful project manager was neglected in the failed projects listed below? Sometimes, more than one will apply, just pick the one that makes the most sense to you. The project was delivered early, but it didn't have all of the features that the customers asked for. The VP had suggested a new requirements gathering technique, but the PM shot it down because he'd never heard of it. The project team had so many conflicts about the project that they couldn't work together. They made decisions that undercut one another, and in the end they couldn't deliver anything at all. The project was late because the team couldn't meet the company's standards for productivity. They were always coming into work late and leaving early and taking long lunches. It seemed like the project manager just didn't think the project was important. The project was late because the team cut corners that led to sloppy work, and they had to go back and fix all of their mistakes. The project manager thought his job was to meet the deadline above all else. So he demanded that the product be released on the date it was due, regardless of quality. The team wanted to create a high-quality product, and they fought with the PM throughout the project to try to get him to change his mind. In the end, the team washed their hands of the product after it was released and refused to support it. The project manager refused to learn to use the scheduling software and templates the company had bought for the team. Instead, he kept track of the schedule in his head and on his whiteboard. Near the end of the project, he realized that he'd forgotten about some important tasks, and his ship date slipped by 2 months.